Hi guys, so back with the second video. Yay! So the first one, okay, let me explain something real quick. Let's just jump into why the first one. You guys remember that I said that it was Sunday when I was recording it. Well, it was, and that I would try to have it up no later than Monday. Yeah, that was a lie. Let me explain why though. I'm sorry. So I was getting really discouraged. So I had already told y'all I was really nervous about starting the page in the first place. So what had happened was your girl came into some technical difficulties. So the Wi-Fi at my house apparently does not like to upload the videos to YouTube. My actual just internet connection on my phone and my iPad, because they're on the plan for my phone bill. My iPad's on the phone for my, it's on, Lord, be offense. My iPad is on the service that my phone is on that plan. So it has its own service no matter where I go as well. Well, the actual, like, I tried to upload it from my phone. I tried to upload it from the iPad. I tried to upload it everywhere, and it just would not work, guys. And it was just really discouraging all day Monday, all day Tuesday. And I was like, you know what? I had even asked a friend, and she was willing to just log into my account and upload it at her house for me if I didn't get it to work. Well, I happened to go to my best friend's house and it worked. So that is the plan from now on. I will be uploading these videos, like I'll be recording them at my house, but I will be uploading them at my best friend's house because the internet there works wonders. It did not take long at all for this video, for the first video to load. So I would like to first apologize for the lateness on the first video, because I know I said no later than Monday. Definitely went up on a Wednesday. Definitely didn't go up on a Tuesday. It's not going up on a Tuesday. Okay. Anyways, let's jump into this video. So my topic for today would definitely be self-assessing. We have to start there. So we have to start with self-assessment. We can't move into growth and development and reaching our goals and doing the things that we want to do until we self-assess. That alone is the hardest part of the journey. Besides actually working towards the goals and the things that we want, self-assessing is like the very first hard thing that you'll do, because no one wants to be told what they're doing wrong, hear that they're not up to par from where they think that they are, as well as, I mean, no one just wants to hear negative things in general, especially not about themselves. We can dog out everybody else though. We can point out their flaws. You're always late. Your hair ain't never done. Your boyfriend cheated on you. Like, we can do all these things, but when it's time to turn the mirror on self, we hold up. Don't do that. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that I'm the one that's being manipulative. I don't want to see that I'm the one that's always late. I don't want to see that I'm the one that's doing X, Y, and Z. Like, I don't want to hear all that. However, the only way that we're going to get to the next level. Ooh, I think I'm moving the camera, y'all. Let me chill out. The only way that we're going to get to the next level is if we first self-assess. So, I have some notes here. They look like this because I have my planner and I can just insert them in the planner. Check out Michael's. No promo though. Anyways, so the first thing is, gotta get down to the ugly truth about who you are. Again, as I'm making these videos, y'all, I'm learning this as I go. Like, I'm no expert in any of these things. I don't have a degree in any of these things. Like, these are things that I'm learning as I grow. I am 26 years old, and I've lived a lot of life. As we get deeper into these videos, you'll get to know me a little bit more and understand why I can say that I've lived a lot of life in the short 26 years that I've been here. But I digress on that. Like, we'll get into all that. But first, we're going to get into the other truths. So I have 3 points here. My first point is, why do you need to self-assess? Well, let me tell you why. Let me tell you the reasons why I knew that I needed to self-assess. I needed to self-assess to, one, acknowledge that it's me. It's not my mom. It's not my dad. It's not my grandparents. It's not anyone else. It's not my friends. It's not my son's father. Like, it's nobody else's fault why I'm in the predicament that I'm in. It is literally my fault. Like, I have to acknowledge that it's me, because I was blaming 27 different people for where I'm at in life. But the only thing in common that these 27 people had were me. And I'm really over-exaggerating when I say 27 people. Don't think my life is that messed up. It's a little crazy, but it's not that dramatic. Well, you can't do that. You have to point the blame this way, like at yourself. That is the only way that, one, you're going to gain control back over your life. Over the process of me realizing that I had to point the blame at myself, I've gained so much more control over my life. It hurt. It hurt so bad for me to say that it was my fault, because there were certain things that happened that I literally had no control over. Like, I didn't inflict some pain in my life on myself. However, I can't let that person control that portion of my life, or any portion of my life for that matter. So I have to take back control, which means I have to take full responsibility. It's like in a company. If you give a task to someone and it's not completed, you can't just blame that person. Like, you have to blame yourself, because you didn't see the plan all the way through. So you have to take full responsibility when things that you wanted done are not done. The old saying that the old folks say is, if you want something done the right way, you got to do it yourself. Like, that's what it is. If you want your life done the right way, you've got to take full responsibility, and you've got to do it yourself. You can't let other people have so much control in your life that you're blaming them, and they're the reason why, and they're the reason why. Well, if they're the reason why things are wrong, apparently they're the only reason why things can be right too. And that's not right. You can't give people that much control over your life. So I had to learn that. It's the first step of growth too, guys. Like, you can't grow without self-assessing. You can't grow without knowing what your flaws are and what's wrong and what you need to improve and work at. In self-assessing, you're not just, let me come back some. You're not just finding out what's negative and what needs to be fixed. You're learning your strengths too. You're learning all the things that are your good qualities. You're learning everything that you're strong in, everything that you are successful at. Like, you're learning a lot about yourself that's so positive. So that way you can take, for instance, myself. I am a procrastinator to the max. Like, if there was a level of procrastination, I be at the top of that guy. Okay? Like, I am a procrastinator. Like, I've known that since I was younger. I used to joke about it, but it's really not a good attribute to have, like, at all as an adult. However, I'm a hard worker. So now I have to figure out how I can use my work ethic and kind of mesh the procrastination with that together, so that way, okay, I have to work hard and not being a procrastinator anymore. I have to work a little harder in order to get to the next level. So if I'm a procrastinator, I gotta get up 30 minutes earlier. I love to sleep. Hate morning shift. Not a morning person. I could sleep all day. I'm a vampire in real life. But I have to like do those things. Like I have to work hard at not being a procrastinator anymore. So you have to find what strengths you have and match them up to your weaknesses and like grow at those together, because your strengths actually coincide with your weaknesses to where you can like eliminate that weakness altogether. And even if you are still not as strong in certain areas, at least you're not where you were when you start working on it. Also, with that point, with the last point of why do you need to self-assess, it's a sigh of relief. Like, just like that. That's how it feels. You feel so much better when you're actually 120% honest with yourself. It's unmatchable when you can just be honest with yourself. When you can just be 120% yourself. Like, okay, I have these flaws. I have these things that are wrong with me. I have these scars and these bruises, but this is who I am. And I'm working at it. And I'm not who I used to be. And I'm not forever going to be who I am today. I'm growing and I'm progressing in this thing called life. And you'll just feel you ain't trying to be nobody else. You're not trying to pretend like you're not a procrastinator. You ain't trying to pretend that you rich. You ain't trying to pretend that you got your life together. Like you feel such a sigh of relief because you're not. Oh, sorry guys. I moved the desk. But you not trying to pretend to be nobody else. I'm not trying to pretend to be anybody else. Some people like me, some people don't. That's just that's what life is. At the end of the day, that's just what life is. So my key would be do this self-assess to get those 3 things down. To acknowledge your flaws, to take that first step of growth, and to just feel better. Just to have that sigh of relief of finally becoming 120% who you are. Because the second you take that control back over your life, you can start controlling your life and moving your life into a way better direction than where it's going. All right, so second point. Point number 2. What are the next steps after you self-assess? So make a list. Like as you're self-assessing, make a list. Make a list of the things that are good and make a list of the things that are bad, that you want to change and you want to work on. This sub point under this one is so important. This next one, work on one at a time. Hold on, I'm gonna say it again. Work on one at a time. If you want to lose weight and you want to read more, and you want to learn another language, you want to get back in school, and you want to find another better job, and you want to move out, and you want a new car, and you want to get married, hold on. Wait a minute. I get it. We want all of these things, but you have literally got to slow down. Not saying you can't have all of those things at one time, but you need to put your focus on one thing at one time. Because if you give something 120% of your time and master it, it'll have so much more better quality than if you give it 10% of your time, because you're giving another 10% to this and another 10% to that and another 10% to this and another 10% to that. Like, you literally have got to focus on one thing at a time. So some things you can kind of mesh together. I want to stop overeating and I want to lose weight. Those two things can go together. Like, in order for you to lose weight, you've got to stop overeating. Like, that's part of the weight loss journey. Those two things can go together. So if there's certain things that just like coincide like that, you can mesh those together, guys. I want to start getting up earlier. I want to stop procrastinating and get to work on time. Again, They mesh together. Those two things mesh together. That's fine. But I want to move out. I want to buy a car. I want to save $1,000. Okay? You can want all those things. Focus on one at a time. Which one has more priority over the other? Is saving $1,000 for emergency funds more important right now? Like, do you foresee an emergency in your life coming up to where it trumps getting a car or getting an apartment? Then focus on that. If having a car so that way you can get back to work and to your doctor's appointments and to your kid's school and stuff trumps getting an apartment right now because you have a roof over your head and it's a good roof. It may not be exactly where you want to be, but getting transportation is what trumps everything right now. I mean, you just have to self-assess your life and figure it out, but one thing at a time. Again, I apologize for the continuous this, because I'm looking here and then I'm looking here. So I apologize again for that, y'all. Work at it. Just work at it, y'all. Just stay consistent, stay focused, work at it. Slow and steady wins a race. Slow and steady finishes the race. If y'all don't remember the story of the tortoise in the air, like, if you're trying to run too fast and you're trying to focus on 20 things at different times, you're going to lose the race. Like, stop trying to go so fast. Take your time. Go through the process. Go through the process. I'm going to say it one more time. Go through the process. I'm saying that because the only way that you'll be able to keep the things that you achieve at the end is if you know what the process feels like. Like, you have to go through the process. There's no shortcuts in life. I don't know if anybody's ever noticed that out of life, because I ain't found one yet. A shortcut to getting rich. I ain't found one. Wish. I ain't found a shortcut to lose the stomach. Ain't found one. Some people can say surgery. Cool. That costs money. And again, if you go back to the first point, ain't found the shortcut to get rich yet. So we're back at step one. So just go through the process. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna look challenging. It's gonna look hard. It's gonna make you question. It's gonna make you tough at the end of the day, though. It really is. So this is me going through the process. This whole YouTube channel, this is me going through the process. This is my process. This is, one, keeping me accountable, and this is, two, helping people along the way as I go through my own personal journey and my own personal self-assessment. And trust me, I have a list, y'all. Your girl got a lot going on, and I had to learn how to slow down, but I digress. We'll talk about that in another video. Point number 3, and the last point of this video, because I can see this getting really long. How to stay disciplined throughout this whole process. Get an accountability partner. Find a trusted family or friend, 1, maybe even 2, that you can trust with your realest, rawest moments in life, because you're going to need an accountability partner. This is the last quarter of the year, October, November, December. And for me, I wrote down 3 things that I want to work on for these last 3 months of the year. And I gave that list to my best friend. And the reason why I gave it to my best friend, because this individual is not an expert, but has way more experience in certain things than I do. When it comes to saving money and investing money and being smart with their money, this individual has that, not to a T, but is in such a more better and stable position than I am right now, that I entrust them. Like, how did you get here? Like, don't give it to Bob down the street that's in the same boat as you. No, you need to go up a level. If you want to lose weight, don't give it to somebody on my 600-pound life. Don't give that list to them. That's going backwards. Like, you 220 pounds and you trying to get to 180. Don't give your weight loss list to somebody that's 600 pounds. That's backwards, y'all. Don't be like that. So find somebody that's not, they don't have to be an expertise in the area, but somebody that's well off more than you are in the area. Someone who's knowledgeable, more knowledgeable than you in the area. Let me say that. Depending on whatever the situation is. Like I gave weight loss as an example, money management as an example, just anything. If you want to have a closer walk with whoever you spend your worship time with, whether that, no matter what religion, I don't discriminate about anything when it comes to that, but whoever you consider your God or your Lord to be, like, find a leader in your group, in your church, and ask them to help you. That way you can become a better steward at that. What else? And last but not least, you have to consistently remind yourself that you can do it. You have to affirm it. You have to speak it into existence. You have to do this every morning, every evening, every night, after every noon, when you go to the bathroom, when you go to the kitchen, when you walking your dog, when you talking to your kids. Like, you have to continuously remind yourself, I can do this. I can get to the place that I want to be at. I want to have success on astronomical levels that my children's won't have to worry about nothing. You have to continuously see yourself in that position as if you're living it right now, and start walking into that and walking as if it is so. And you have to just demand that over your life. Like, power is in the tongue. Like, you can't speak negative and expect for positive to happen. If you continue to speak negative, negative's going to happen. So you have to speak positive over your life. Period. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. No ifs, ands, or buts. There's nothing in between, y'all. So those are my 3 points on the ugly truth. Like, and how you kind of get down to the nitty gritty of it, how you self-assess, and the processes of what you need to do with that. I am currently going through this myself, y'all, so please don't feel like you're alone in this. I am doing these things, and I'll have weekly updates, or I don't know if weekly updates would be realistic. So, like, for instance, I'll share, this is putting a little bit of my personal business out there. Like, you know how you never ask a woman her weight? Yeah, last week I was 261 pounds. Yo, got to fix it, because I'm 5'5". And I know I'll never be whatever that BMI scale says, because I'm gonna look sick if I'm 150 pounds. Trust me, the way that my body is shaped, I will look sick. 200 is a healthy weight for me. It is. 190 at the lowest. I saw a picture of myself at 180, and I was like, yo, she needed a sandwich. Somebody needed to feed her. What no one told her was she couldn't eat 2, 5, 10 sandwiches to get to 261. Well, I say all that to say this. I am 260 this week. Yay! I'm down 1 pound. Yes, I'm going to celebrate a small win. I don't care how many pounds it is. It could be ½ a pound. I'm down. I don't care if it's water weight. I'm down. So you have to celebrate your small wins. But you have to consistently remind yourself that you can do these things. But I really, 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 really want you guys to self-assess, and find an accountability partner. And go through the process, guys. It's going to be okay. It's going to hurt. It's not going to be pretty when you first start doing this. It's not. You might cry. It's okay. I'm a Cancer. I cry a lot. I do. Anyways, I just need you to really focus in on you. Like, spend these next 3 months focusing on you, not on somebody else. If you know that you need work and you need stuff that you want to get done, and there are things in your life that you want, focus on that. Stop focusing on 1, 2, and 3. Focus on you. Focus on you. Because you deserve it. You deserve it. Your family deserves it. Your kids deserve it. You deserve it. I don't care what nobody says. You deserve the best out of life. You deserve it. Okay? So, with that being said, I have my keynote for the day, or night, evening, whatever it is. Got my iPad down here, y'all know from last time. It's 11:59. Tomorrow's not gonna be that bad because it's only a half a day for me at my corporate job. Cause your girl been working overtime as well as over just to be able to get off half a day early. Half a shift early. So I'm really excited about tomorrow. Plus, I have something very important that's going on tomorrow afternoon. I'm really excited. Might actually take you guys along with me on that. But it's really exciting. I know when y'all probably see it, y'all gonna be like, okay, what? I don't care how y'all feel. I'll give y'all the background story then on why I'm super excited about what's going down tomorrow at 2 p.m. Super excited. But anyways, my keynote for today is to truly assess, then act. Don't do this assessment and then not act on it. Don't figure out what your flaws are and then don't try to make them better. Don't figure out what your strengths are and then not go work to master them. Don't do that. Don't be lazy. Do the work. Get it done. Go through the process. It's going to be all right. You're going to get through it. It's like working out. That first 10 minutes. First of all, I told y'all I was 261 last week and I'm 260 this week. Let me tell you, your girl work on the 3rd floor at work. I have made it a mission to walk up the stairs twice every day. So when I first get there and then after my lunch break, girl be out of breath. You hear me? Out of breath by the time she get back upstairs. But it's okay. It's okay. It don't be okay in the moment, but it be okay after. And that's what I'm saying. You have to go through the process. And then after, you're going to feel great about yourself. You're going to feel good. You're going to look good. And it's going to be great. So, that's all I have for y'all today. Today's video was a little long. A lot of our sit-down videos will probably be a little lengthy because this is our time to talk and chat and just get everything off our chest and just learn from each other. So comment down below anything that you have learned in your self-assessment journey, any tips and tricks you can give other people, and just anything that you want to share. I appreciate you guys. And again, it's your girl Tiana, and I will see y'all in the next video. Hopefully we have a vlog coming up soon too. Maybe y'all can see what's going on at 2 p.m. tomorrow. I'm super excited though. See you later. Bye y'all.